Carry Me Home, written by Seth Hardwick and Viv G. Carry Me Home is mostly filmed on a Caledonian MacBrain ferry on the west coast of Scotland. The story revolves around Mairi, played by MJ Deans. Mairi is a young woman in her late 20s with straight brown shoulder-length hair. She wears a grey-green parka coat with a fur-trimmed hood over a thick red woolly jumper, with faded blue skinny jeans and white trainers. Mairi carries a red canvas backpack. Jay, played by David Rankin, is a tall young man with short brown hair and a neatly trimmed beard and moustache. He wears a heavy rain jacket in high-vis yellow, grey and black with a CalMac logo, the collar turned up. We also meet an unnamed cyclist, played by Bruce Fumi. He's middle-aged, with shoulder-length brown dreadlocks, deep brown eyes and a curly greying beard and moustache. His silver-framed cycling sunglasses are pushed up on top of his head. He wears a sky-blue cagoule over a yellow zipped cycling top and has a dark patterned scarf or buff around his neck. As the film starts, Mairi is sitting on an old rusty bollard at the harbour, with her back to a high red sandstone wall and a white painted lighthouse to her left. National Theatre of Scotland presents Carry Me Home, a Ferry Tale. Mairi sits on the bollard, backpack at her feet, and lifts her face to the sun. She picks up the backpack and puts it on her lap, hugging it to herself.
Of the winter days surrendered to the light. The starlings gathered overhead, then scattered through the night.
The ferry comes into view past the lighthouse, and Mairi puts the pack over her shoulder and gets up.
Carried over to make our way home. Follow the flight.
She's on the walkway up to the ferry. As she steps onto the gangway, a ticket man hands her a cardboard cup, which she accepts with a half smile. Now she's walking on the deck of the ferry, looking back at the red harbour wall. She climbs a stairway and sits alone on the red and white plastic chairs on the open upper deck, the backpack beside her. She takes a sip of coffee.
We hope you have a safe and pleasant journey. And I hope that Mairi is enjoying her coffee.
She turns her head, attempts a smile. Jay runs up the stairway, spots Mairi, and turns towards her, raising his hand.
How do?
Yeah, good. Well, you know.
Shite.
He sits near her.
No. Ready. I think.
Ready. Good. I think.
Thanks for the coffee.
You're very welcome. A decaf? Like you like it? Well, I'd better, you know.
See us safely to shore?
Yeah.
He gets up to go, turns back.
It was great to see you, Mairi.
He turns and goes down the stairway. Mairi watches him go. She looks over at the backpack and puts the cap down. She slowly unzips the pack and looks inside. Her hand rests on a large brown wooden urn with an oval hand-painted seascape on it.
Gian Fim Jila Kharam. That's what you'd say, Dad. One more look at the waves.
Briskly, she zips up the backpack and gets up. The wash from the boat makes a broad, shining arc in the grey-green water towards the distant island. A saltire flutters on the edge of the boat, where the water's blue to the horizon. Flecks of light dance and sparkle beside the wash. Mairi walks to the side of the boat, cup in hand, looking towards the island in the distance.
Don't jump, Mairi.
What? How did you know?
We hope Mairi enjoys her coffee.
It's the cyclist.
I take it you're a regular on this ferry then?
My dad was master of the ferry.
Oh, that's the life, isn't it? Getting to visit this beautiful place every day. Do you live in the island?
No, I used to, not now. But I'm going back to live until well,
So
until
you can't stay anymore?
something like that.
Tu kusantier, stukientieru.
Understand the boat, and the boat will understand you. You know Gaelic.
Nah, Ben knows me. So, where do you recommend a visit?
A Gaelic teacher?
They stare at each other. Mairi begins to smile.
You could never see it all in one visit. There's so much to see, and it's not just the seeing it, it's been amongst it, it's been home. The taste of it, and the smell of it. It's the people.
I better go and get my bike. It was nice chatting to you, Mairi.
You too.
Left alone, Mairi turns to go. Small, glittering waves. A glimpse of the island, with wooded slopes and a tall peak. Mairi, standing at the front of the boat, watches the island come closer. Mairi walks away from the boat. She breaks into a smile as she comes face to face with an older man. His sparse-cropped hair is white. He's a full silver beard.
Hi, lass.
Hi, Dad.
She takes the backpack off her shoulder. His face crumples.
Did you get it?
I did.
She unzips the pack and opens it towards him.
It's all right.
He lifts the urn out. He gazes at the seascape painting and then gently turns it over in his hands.
From purples, turquoise into blue.
On the back is written one word, Mairi.
Hold on to each side, for you know it's only fleeting.
She clasps his hand.
Time may carry me anywhere, but you will carry me home.
Together they replace the urn in the backpack. She zips it up and puts it on her shoulder.
Time but you will carry me home.
She gently takes his arm, and they walk away.
The ocean spray and foam. You will carry me home.
Carry Me Home, a Fairy Tale, a National Theatre of Scotland film. Cast: Mairi, MJ Deans, Jay, David Rankin, cyclist, Bruce Fumi, Dad, John Kazek. Director and screenwriter, Seth Hardwick. Screenwriter, Viv G. Director of Photography, Gavin Hopkins. Editor, Seth Hardwick. Composer, Josie Duncan. Sound recordist, Sean Clark. Dubbing mixer, Matt Ramsey. Art direction, Jess Baldwin. Casting director, Laura Donnelly, CDG. Production manager, Sarah Wilson. Company stage manager, Mickey Graham. Deputy stage manager, Ian Urquhart. Costume supervisor, Aileen Sherry and Stephanie Thorburn. Costume assistant, Laura Bockup. Production coordinator, Maureen Dalton. Audio description, Caroline Jacquet. BSL interpreter, Amy Murray. Carry Me Home, score, Josie Duncan. Guitar, Hamish MacLeod. Fiddle and vocal, Chloe Bryce. Percussion, Signy Jakobsdottir. Lead vocals and tenor guitar, Josie Duncan. Mixed and mastered by Hamish MacLeod. National Theatre of Scotland. Artistic Director and Chief Executive, Jackie Wiley. Executive Director, Brenna Hobson. Producer, Ailey Creer-Blythe. Thanks to the crew of the MV Caledonian Isles, Caledonian MacBrain and their ferries, Moran Kelly, Lou Kemp, Marianne Maxwell, Isabel MacArthur, Martin Robertson, May Sumbwanyambe, and Jim Webster. Supported by Event Scotland, celebrating Scotland's Year of Coasts and Water 2021 with the support of Caledonian MacBrain and their ferries.